Are you depressed? Are you sad? Well, maybe you gotta go see a psychiatrist. They seem to have all the answers. You go in there, you tell them what's wrong, and they'll go ahead and hook you up with some pills, make you feel better. You know? And the next thing you know, a couple of years down the road, maybe even months for some people, not only don't you not feel any better, but now you got other health problems. You see? Why are you depressed? Why are you sad? Do you know why? It's because you can't be yourself. That's why. See? Because we are part of a society that already has a template for each and every one of us. Anytime you go into a workplace, a church, or any other places, they're already telling you how to act. You can't be you. See, because being you could be offensive to some people. You see? So meanwhile, you got some tight ass kumquat telling you that's not acceptable here. And then they want to tell you where it is acceptable. But being you can be offensive. You see? This is a lot of what causes depression. Because you're too busy looking at the TV, seeing some lifestyle on there, and you're sad because you are not part of that lifestyle. Or in some cases, you might be part of that lifestyle and realize, okay, I made it here, but this shit still sucks. This is total bullshit. I should be happy, but I'm not. Why do you think you're not going to be happy? It goes back to the same thing, because you are not being you. You're not allowed to be you, the real you. You have to be some scripted version of some other asshole. 9 out of 10, a boss, let's just say. You go in there, and he's some asshole from some remote place in the country, and you're expected to act like him. He brings his ways in there, his dress code, everything else. But see, the way they get around all of that, telling you can't be you, is they'll say it's not professional. Okay, not professional. What do you mean, not professional? Well, it means that you are not acting in the way in which they feel you need to behave in their environment. See how that goes? All this bullshit about freedom of speech and pursuit of happiness, all that crap. You know what? I wasn't waiting for you. Yeah, I think it was, don't you? You sit there, you read that, and you take a deep breath, like, oh, what a wonderful country. Yeah, it is a wonderful country for them. But for us down here at the bottom, we're a bunch of peasants. Don't forget that. You're not allowed to be happy. You're only allowed to be what they want you to be. You see, their happiness. That's all that matters. As long as you are making them happy, you should be happy. But you know, in all reality, it doesn't work like that, does it? Who the hell is going to be happy always making somebody else happy? But when it's your turn now, all of a sudden now, you look there like you're an enemy. How dare you choose to want to be happy? That's not allowed. Something wrong with you. I tell you what, go see a psychiatrist, see what he can do for you. And what do? They pop you full of pills. Like walking around like a damn zombie. Don't even know where you're coming or going, don't know what day it is. If you're lucky, you ain't drooling yourself before it's all said and done. You see? Because that's what they have to do. They have to somehow block your mind from actually fully functioning so that you can really see the bullshit that's around you. That's what they got to do. This is why you're depressed. This is why you're sad. And next thing you know, they threaten you with what, termination, or you're not going to have this lifestyle that you keep dreaming about. But that's not the lifestyle I dreamt about. That's the lifestyle you spoon-fed us. All this bullshit on TV where someone always has to be rich in order to be happy. You know, he has the most beautiful wife, which again, this is a fucking script. Wake the hell up, people. You see, some asshole somewhere sat down and wrote down this shit, okay? Got some fucking actors to play the parts, and presented to the masses, and now all of us are like wondering why is my life not like that? Well, you asshole, because you are not that person. That was one person's view of happiness. What they thought happiness was, no one's judging them, no one's talking shit about them, everybody's applauding and giving fucking awards. You see? Just like how rich people are. Could you imagine if the situation was different? And let's just say that everybody who was rich was from the lower end of the economic scale. In other words, ghetto. Okay? From the ghetto. You imagine what the world would look like? What businesses would be run like? See, it'd be a whole different ballgame, huh? But what is my point by saying that? My point is that basically, they told you these are the rules, and this is the way it is. But in fact, it could change at any time. It could change. You see? So the reason you're unhappy is because you're not being allowed to be you. And that's the problem. You don't want to stand up to be you because you're scared of what? You're scared of consequences. You see? You're scared of being crazy, right? Because that's what they're going to let you. Something wrong with that guy. Is there something wrong with that guy? Hey, he just being him. There's something wrong with you. It can't possibly be normal that you walk around wearing a goddamn leash around your neck. I'm sorry, tie. And you walking around here talking in a certain way. You know, you ever gone into like a dealership to buy something, and then people act like they're so goddamn happy to see you. When in fact, they're probably not. But they have to play a part, don't they? Hey, how you doing? How you doing here, buddy? They reached out their hand. You know where the hell their hand has been. What if I don't like being touched? I'd be like, look, bro, I don't do all that shaking hand stuff. Huh? They get offended. But they want to even try to hide. My problem. Or they might question, well, they want to tell you, hey, I washed them. I'm like, well, I didn't see you wash them. I don't want you touching me. Matter of fact, you don't need to be that close to me. You see? But when you do that, all of a sudden now you're labeled as undesirable because you're not following the program. You know? I don't mind shaking hands here and there. But what if I don't want to do it all the time? Or when you go to certain family functions, right? Automatically, especially if you're married and you have to deal with in-laws and their crazy ways of thinking, they expect you to behave and act the way they do. You see? And when you don't do that, now nobody likes you. You're a black sheep. Oh my God, I don't like him. No, why don't you like him? Well, because when I go in there, he doesn't go all crazy and wild and jump up and say, hey, oh my God, look who's here. Hey, let's make an announcement. My mother-in-law's here. Who the hell does that? Who does that? You see? But this is the whole problem here, is that basically all of us are created in such a way that we have our own distinct personality. This is the way it is, you know? But somehow, I guess it starts in school maybe. They start shaping us a certain way, you know? To think a certain way, to behave a certain way, you see? And then you get out into the world. If you're gonna work some damn where, like for example, well, let me not name places, but you know, let's say a place that serves food, and you got this ridiculous ass outfit on, and you're supposed to act like you're happy. As soon as somebody walks in, hey, welcome to such and such. How can I help you? Well, what do you need? Oh, you know. Meanwhile, you got this clown ass outfit on. Why can't I wear what the hell I want to wear? You know? Why can't we get together and say, hey man, let's come up with something that's acceptable to everybody? So I'm not saying you're looking like a goddamn clown. See, but we're not allowed that. We're not allowed that. Because somewhere behind everything, there's some psychiatrist somewhere. You see? Behind everything you see, there are psychiatrists. They're basically studying us, breaking us down, and trying to tell other, people who have businesses and advertising and all this other stuff, this is what you need to do. If you do these things, they're going to fall for it. They're going to go for it. Like when you walk inside of a store, you know a psychiatrist is behind the arrangement of that store? Yeah, that's how it goes. So therefore, you go in there buying some shit, and they keep moving the shit around. Before you know it, you don't even know why you were there. You end up buying a bunch of other shit. And by the time you get to that point, like, oh, wait a minute. This is why I came here. You see? Everything is a head game. Everything is a head game. You are being played, okay? That's how it works. Every time you look at the TV, commercials, everything, there's a psychiatrist behind it who sat around and took some data or whatever else they freaking did, okay? They put it all, they come with all these numbers, boom, 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 and this is the image that needs to be created, and it needs to last this long, and these are the colors you need to use. And meanwhile, look at everybody, hypnotized. You know, have you ever sat and watched somebody as they're watching TV? I mean, just walk in the room and just look at them. Forget what they're watching, look at them, and it's like, wow, that person is hypnotized. They're not blinking, they're not moving, they're just fixated on what is on a flat screen. It's amazing. Now turn the flat screen on. You see? Turn it off. What did you do? I'm like, nothing. You can't stare at it without any images flashing across there. Hell no, you can't. You see? And then when you all said and done, what did you get out of all of that you watch? Because everything has to be entertainment. Something makes you laugh, something, whatever the story might be. Next thing you know, yeah, you're happy. You got to see that. Tell everybody, what a great movie I just saw. It was amazing. I mean, and then whatever actors were in it, whatever the story might be. I mean, you got to see it. And then the next jackass is going to go see it. Oh, it told me it was good. Let me watch it. But at the end of the day, what did it really do for you? Did it make you any smarter? Of course not. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to have you seeking out pleasure, entertainment, and these type of things. It's not supposed to make you smarter. Unless they're trying to convince you on some BS that they're about to do to us, and then they'll make a movie about it. So therefore, when the things start happening, you'll be like, oh, that's just a movie. It's not really happening. What a hell of a coincidence, isn't it? And when they put out a movie years before, now it's starting to happen. And speaking of these type of things, let's talk about the planet for a moment. And it all goes back to depression, but let's think about it. You got the planet. It's the only place that we live, ladies and gentlemen. We don't live anywhere else. All this crap about going into space and you're gonna find some place to go, and I don't know. I just, it seems stupid to me, but whatever. Who am I? But anyways, they're going to explore space to find another planet to live on. What do you think is going on? They had a movie. I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't remember the name of it because really don't care. But I just remember watching this movie where the whole world was going to end. It was going to be destroyed. And it was like water, and there was this flood, and everything else in these boats, floating around. Now, let's just say something like that did happen. While we're out here destroying the planet, buying up things and tearing more things down. When nobody's carbon dioxide build up. Well, why do you think you're tearing down trees, genius? All this crap about global. You're tearing down trees to build freaking malls and a bunch of other useless crap. You see? A bunch of homes and putting streets every damn where. Before we know, we're going to have a concrete planet. We're not even going to, basically nature, who knows how many years down the road you have to go to a museum to see nature because you won't know what the hell that was. You see? But anyways, while this is going on, there it is. It's just build up. Carbon emissions is up. Well, of course it's up. You're tearing down the trees and bringing the stuff. But let's blame it on anything else. Let's blame it on, anything other than what's really going on. Why? Because big business is there. Big business is backing that up. Okay? So the thing I gotta wonder is how much money do you need, and what good is your money if the planet you can't breathe in the air anymore? Huh? What good is all of that money? You see, this is that retarded stuff that have you buying into. You see? Anyways, my point is, should the world be met with this type of catastrophe, how many of us do you think are going to leave and go to safety? And how many of us are going to be left here? Think about that for a moment. You see? While everybody's having a good old time tearing up the plane and everything else. You see? Polluting, all kind of other nonsense and enslaving ourselves to have some car made out of plastic and paying an obscene amount of money because some asshole put his name on it. Who cares? Because one asshole made it. All of a sudden, they decided the price ain't this much. Whoa, it's really expensive, so let me buy it, so therefore I can do what? You can get played? You're a sucker. That's what you are, a sucker. Like you really need a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Really? Do you really need that? What's wrong with any other car? I mean, get you around. Oh, but that's right. You want to go back to this image, right? It's been told to you, and you said, this is successful. This is the life you need to live. You see? That's what that's about. And guess what? You're depressed because you don't own one of those. What a foolish human being. Foolish mortal. Really? That's why you're sad and depressed. You're sad and depressed because you ain't found love. Oh, I've tried so hard to find love. But again, it goes back to this. Who the hell told you what love is? That's right, you saw it again on the TV. You saw it on the TV. Your marriage is over because your relationship doesn't look like the one they're showing on the screen. Where the woman never complains, she's just so supportive. And nothing against women, but that's not going to happen. And where the man is always, three things. He's rich, good looking, and he's a good guy. Come on, good luck on that one. They always want to present to us things that don't really exist. Cut it out. And this is why you're upset. This is why you're sad. Because you feel you need to produce because you need to keep up with the Joneses, as they used to say. You see? Our ancestors had it so much easier. You see? The only thing they had to do was go out here, hunt, gather, whatever they want to call it. was it. You went out there, got up, took what you needed from the land. You didn't abuse it. You took what you needed. Y'all went back, had your supper, everything else, told your stories, was at peace. You didn't have no boss man over you talk, why you standing there not doing nothing? You didn't have some other jackass coming to me, hey, you're not producing enough, the numbers are not up, all this other crap. It was constant pressure to make one person rich, you see? So it's really interesting how those people that got all the money get to sit back and relax and enjoy life, travel, and you, what are you doing? This is why you're not happy, because you don't get to do what you want when you want, not anymore. You see? Back before all these things, yeah, people used to go in canoes and do all that, and everybody laughed at them. Look at these primitive people. Yeah, but those primitive people were free, weren't they? They were happy, They weren't subject to all this crap like today, All this advertisement, you must buy this. If you don't buy this, you ain't gonna get no woman. If you don't look this way, you ain't gonna get no man. You see, everything's a gimmick to get you to spend money. People, why are you unhappy? You're unhappy because you are caught up in this system where you have to do these things in order to be happy. That's the problem. Why can't you be, listen, if you're all living on the heavy side, you don't feel like, why? Why do you have to sit there and be like, oh, I don't have the perfect body? Who cares? Most of those women you see didn't have the perfect body either. That's fake. It's plastic surgery. They butcher themselves to look like that. They starve themselves to look like that. But yet, you are sad because you don't look like that. What is wrong with you? That's it. It's interesting. In this world, everything was great. Everything has a pair. Something that goes with it, So you're telling me that because you look a certain way, a man ain't gonna like you. How true is that? There's always somebody for everybody. And the men are sitting there upset because what? They're not, I can't even, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess you know what I'm saying. They're not happy with a certain body part. I guess it's not up to somebody's opinion of what it should be. But it's somebody else, it might be the most, amazing thing they've ever seen. So, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you're unhappy because you choose to be unhappy. You choose to be. And this, as they say, money comes and goes, and a lot of other things come and go as well. That's just the way it goes. So, the next time you're feeling depressed right there, really stop back and look at your situation and realize, this depression, what you're talking about, chemical imbalance. Okay, well, let's talk about what chemical could it. Oh, dopamine. You're not happy enough. You're not this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stop taking things so serious and realizing that the only way you're going to truly be happy is by being you, being yourself. You can't be anybody else. Could you imagine if that was the way it is? But that's the way they're trying to make it, where every human being behaves and thinks a certain way. You see? This is what it's breaking. This is what it boils down to. So please, stop it. Stop going to damn psychiatrist thinking that has the answer. The answer lies within you. You know what's making you unhappy. Do something about it. Change it.